A person can rake 1 yard in 3 hours. Another person can rake the same yard in 6 hours. If they work together, how long will it take them to rake 1 yard? In order to do this problem, we're going to have to analyze this problem person by person. So our first person can rake 1 yard in 3 hours. That would mean that he can rake 1/3 of the yard per hour. Now let's look at our second person. Our second person can rake the same 1 yard in 6 hours. That would mean that he can rake 1/6 of a yard per hour. Now we can treat this problem just like any speed problem, but instead of distance per hour, now we have the amount of work per hour. So if they were to work together, as said in this problem, that means that we would have to add the rates. So 1/3 plus 1/6, well, if you simplify that down, that will equal to 1/2. This means that if they work together, both of them can do 1/2 of a yard per hour. That would mean that they can do 1 yard in 2 hours. So 2 hours is going to be our answer. To make this problem easier, I'm going to show you guys a simple equation that you can use. Oh, let me get rid of the problem. So our equation is going to be work. So work equals the rate times time times the amount of people. So let me write that down. Work equals rate times time times the amount of people. Now let's use this knowledge to do another problem. So let me pull up my next problem. Whoops, I accidentally erased one part of our equation. So I said work equals rate times time times the amount of people. So let's look at this problem. 3 men can paint 4 rooms in 4 hours. How long will it take for 2 of the same men to paint 6 of the same rooms? So if we look at our first part of the problem, 3 men can paint 4 rooms in 4 hours. So what's the amount of work done? That's 4 rooms. Is equal to, and then the rate, we don't know that yet, so we're gonna call that, we're gonna say it's unknown, so we'll give it the variable r. And then rate times the time, which is 4 hours, times the amount of people, that's 3 people. So if you simplify it, the rate is going to be 1/3. So this would mean that for every person, they can do 1/3 of a room per hour. So now let's look at the second part of the problem. How long will it take 2 of the men to paint 6 of the rooms? So our second part, the amount of work done is 6. And then the rate, we already know that's 1/3 per person. So it is 1/3 times the time. Do we know the time yet? No, so we'll say that that's our unknown variable t for time. And the amount of people is 2 people. So if we simplify this, we get 2/3 t equals 6. And then we can simplify this to t equals 9. So our final answer is that two of the same men can paint 6 of the rooms in 9 hours.